Today I'm baking up my Zesty prosciutto rolls. Let's get to it. I start with 1 tablespoon olive oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of instant yeast, 1 cup of warm water, and 2 cups of bread flour. I want my water to be about 100 degrees in temperature. I'm going to add my yeast to the water and give it a little quick stir. And then I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of the olive oil and stir that again. Set it off to the side. Grab your flour and your salt, mix that together, and now we're going to go to our mixer and add our flour and our water together. Once it's brought together, we're going to switch over to a dough hook, and we want to knead that for about 6 minutes. We want the dough to go around the bowl without sticking to it, so you might have to add a little flour. Once it's kneaded for 6 minutes, you want to put it in a greased bowl, and you want to proof it for about 60 minutes or until it's doubled in size. Once it's doubled in size, you can take it out of the bowl, and you want to put it on a floured board, and we're going to stretch this dough. Make sure you have enough flour so the dough is not sticky to the board itself. And then start stretching it and folding it over on thirds, and then rotate your dough 90 degrees and stretching it in the next direction. And keep stretching it over and over about 4 times. Once you've done that, you want to put it back into a greased bowl again. I'm going to reuse the same bowl, reuse the same plastic, and I'm going to go for my second proofing, another hour until it doubles in size. Once it does that, I'm going to take it out, and now we're going to flatten the dough out. I'm going to roll this dough out till it's about 20 inches in one direction and about 12 to 14 in the next direction. It's going to be relatively thin, much like a pizza crust, and then I'm going to spread a roasted garlic aioli that I made up earlier today over the entire surface. After the aioli is spread out, I'm going to grab my prosciutto ham and I'm going to start laying that down. I'm going to have 3 rows of prosciutto. This will allow me to cut my dough into 3 different sections. You don't have to use prosciutto. You can use any thinly cut meat you want. So then I cut my dough into 3 different sections, and after that I'm going to start laying down some other ingredients. The next ingredient is going to be my spinach. Add some color and some flavor to it, and on top of the spinach, once I get that all laid down, I'm going to take some shaved Parmesan. I like the Parmesan. It adds another bold flavor to this roll here. You can choose a different cheese if you wish. And after it's all laid down, then I'm going to take my pizza cutter and cut these into 2 to 3 inch wide rolls. This will make about 24 little wraps. And then I'm going to roll it up. And you'll find that the meat sometimes needs a little extra help being separated from one roll to the other. You want your seam to end up on the bottom. That will help seal it. So just continue rolling all these up. And once you're done, we're going to put them into a oiled pan. I'm going to use my cast iron skillet. I have some olive oil in the bottom of it. And I'm going to arrange these to where they will fill the pan up and go for the 3rd proofing. I left some space so the bread or the roll will proof and get larger. Then I'm going to brush some olive oil on the top of each roll. The olive oil will allow me to put some seasoning, some basil, some rosemary on top, and some sea salt. And then I'm going to put it in the oven at 425 degrees till They're brown, which will take between 12 to 15 minutes. Once they're out, I'm going to plate them. I have some marinara sauce, and I'm going to just take these out and put them around the plate and present them while they're still fresh and warm. And there they are, my Zesty prosciutto rolls. They're very crispy, full of flavor. A great snack for a game or a party. This recipe will make 24. These little bite-sized yummies will go really fast, so you might want to make a couple of batches. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you give this recipe a try. Enjoy.